enjoy tons of New Orleans flavor from the comfort of your own home with this classic shrimp and sausage gumbo. A homemade roux is whisked together until chocolatey brown, sauteed with the holy trinity of vegetables, and then simmered with big bites of andouille sausage and jumbo shrimp. You won't believe how simple this recipe is to make until you see for yourself. Hey there, I'm Len Brazil from Evolving Table. My mom grew up in a town just outside of New Orleans, so I have had quite a bit of gumbo in my day. And this homemade recipe, you guys, it will cure any Cajun food craving that you're having. So if you're ready to get to cooking, then come on in and let's get started. Just like with any authentic gumbo recipe, we're going to start ours off with a homemade roux. If you're pressed for time, you can also use a store-bought roux instead. Just make sure you grab a dark roux and not a light for the most flavor. To make a homemade roux, you'll need equal parts fat and flour. And not just any flour. Regular all-purpose flour works the best, and it can be bleached or unbleached. Some gluten-free all-purpose blends will work well, like this one, while others will have difficulty thickening up. I learned this the hard way when batch after batch of my roux just kept coming out super running. So if you're having a difficult time getting your roux to thicken up, just know that it's not you. It might just be the type of flour that you're using. And now for the fat. You can either choose to use butter, oil, or any other type of animal fat such as bacon drippings or sausage grease. Place a large Dutch oven over medium-low heat. Add 1/3 cup of butter or oil. If using butter, let it melt completely and wait for it to start sizzling slightly. Sprinkle in 1/3 cup of flour and begin stirring immediately with a wooden spoon. You'll notice the roux beginning to thicken up rather quickly. Keep stirring constantly at this point to prevent it from burning. The roux will start to thin out slightly after a few minutes, and you can slow down how often you're stirring it. Cook roux over medium-low heat for at least 20 minutes or up to 30. The lighter the roux, the more thickening power it will have. But the darker the roux, the more flavor it will give your gumbo. I like mine to be a really deep, dark chocolate brown color because it has the most flavor. So I'm gonna cook mine closer to the 30-minute mark. While our roux is finishing up, let's go ahead and grab another large skillet and place it over medium heat. Add 12 ounces of andouille sausage that has been cut into half-inch pieces. Aidells is one of my go-to andouille sausage brands, but you can use whatever you find at your grocery store. Cook sausage for 8 to 10 minutes or until browned and cooked through. Remove sausage from the skillet and place on a paper towel-lined plate to drain. At this point, our roux should be really close to done cooking, so let's go ahead and take a quick peek. Oh yeah, that looks absolutely perfect with that deep, dark, chocolatey brown color. So now I'm just gonna add in what's called the holy trinity of vegetables. This is the base for a ton of Cajun and Creole recipes. The holy trinity is simply a combination of chopped bell pepper, onion, and celery. Add 1 small onion that has been finely chopped, 3 stalks of finely chopped celery, and 1 finely chopped green bell pepper. Saute over medium-low heat for 6 to 7 minutes. Add in 2 cloves of crushed garlic and continue sauteing for an additional minute. Once the vegetables become tender, pour in 4 cups of regular sodium chicken broth, making sure to scrape the bottom of the pot to loosen up any bits or pieces that may be stuck. Next, pour in half a cup of diced tomatoes and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Stir to combine. And now for the seasoning. Add in 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt to taste, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 bay leaf. Stir until well combined. Bring your gumbo to a boil. Once ingredients are boiling, reduce heat to a simmer. Allow gumbo to simmer for 35 to 40 minutes uncovered, or until it is reduced by 1/3 to almost half. Our gumbo is almost ready for the finishing touches, the shrimp and the sausage. We've already cooked up our sausage earlier, so that's ready to go. But let's take a look at the best type of shrimp to use. I've got a pretty large 21-25 count shrimp that has already been peeled and deveined. If you have the time, you can go through the process of peeling and deveining them yourself. But let's be real, this gumbo recipe already takes a little bit of time, so why not skip a step? I also chose to use shrimp that do not have a tail. If you like getting your hands a little messy, you can always opt for shrimp with their tails on. Once the gumbo has simmered, add in 1 pound of shrimp and the 12 ounces of cut sausage. Stir to combine and continue simmering for an additional 6 to 7 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the shrimp are opaque and their tails begin to curl. Oops, I almost totally forgot something. Make sure that you remove the bay leaf just before serving. That would not be fun to bite into. Serve this shrimp and sausage gumbo over a bed of white rice with a sprinkle of fresh parsley and a little bit of filet powder if you want it really Cajun. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, all of those rich and spicy Cajun flavors, those huge jumbo shrimp and andouille sausage. Guys, this is the homemade gumbo recipe for you, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it. If you want a few other healthy veggie ideas to go along with this gumbo recipe, make sure you check out these other easy side dishes. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.